good. Fun fact, I don't actually know if this is gonna work. Apparently, you can use the controller instead of a keyboard in this game. We about to find out. Hopefully it still works, but it's what fancy. Alright, y'all. Good evening. Tuesday. Tuesday? Yeah, happy Tuesday. Although apparently we're not actually going to take 8 years to go. That's fine. We can just sit here and look at the pretty loading screen. It slowly makes its way across the bar. Happy National Toasted Marshmallow Day, by the way. I did not have any toasted marshmallows. In fact, I have done nothing but work all day. It's been rough. But kiddo, on the bus this morning, she did fine, which I'm not super shocked at. It sounded like she had a pretty good day. Went to the office, only to find out that the office had no internet. Great. So, running off of my mobile hotspot, because literally 98% of my job involves me being on the internet. And boss man wasn't good either. It was great. Super great. Oh my god, this loading screen. So basically, I sat at work for like 2 hours with my mobile hotspot, doing the 2 calls I had to do today. And then left and came home. Which was fine. Because then I came home and actually did all of the work I needed to do. I'm not having to like recalibrate everything because I have the controller plugged in. I always have the controller plugged in. I'm just not sure. Why it finally decided it was like, hey, you have a controller, let's use the controller. Also, yes, my window is open, so enjoy the sounds of the passing traffic into the night. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry guys, I should have apparently loaded this before actually starting the stream, but you know, adventures. What are you guys looking at? Are you guys looking at where the circle is or where it points? I would think it would circle. Also, I have a feeling we're going to use the stupid controller for like 30 seconds and then go back to using the keyboard. Especially if it takes Let you stop here. Move the screen that way. Excuse you. That clearly says 100%. Go. Go. literally hitting enter. Alright, y'all. Give me a hot second as I reset. Cause this is a thing that we do. Alright, note to self. Not plugging in the controller again tonight. Save. Oop, close. Wrath of the Righteous. Continue. Hey look, we're back here. Again. Oh my god, it was so much faster. Stupid controller. I say stupid controller, my fingers don't like the keyboard as much. This one's not too bad.
Time to rob them of their treasures.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Emperor.
You won't survive me.
Watch your back.
Yet another obstacle.
Cover me!
Crusade servers.
Now, what is that?
Well, owl cat. Looks like you don't there. At least I'm fairly certain it's owl cat. Did Perception and lore, Leon. You can have the kitty cat. Why do you look so angry? 'Cause you are. I know you are. Need a better trickery person. Ooh. Metal witches. Why are you so slow? Alright. And then at this point, I need to go back over to here, right? That's where Lucas is. And we're gonna save so I don't cry, 'cause I have a feeling.
We'll make things right.
No, I want. Oh. That was way easier than I thought it was gonna be. Look over here. Oh.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
I was super crazy lucky in the fact that this last year I was given the opportunity. Hey, all those things that I haven't actually found yet, but I'm reflective anyways. I was given the opportunity to go to Vegas for work, and man, it was so much fun. And it was for CinemaCon. And
I found
It might be a trap.
something.
stop, yo. But no, the CinemaCon, you know, they bring out the different like filmmakers and stars and blah blah blah. And
Wearing a robe?
like,
Check. Baphomet symbol around the neck? Check. Crazy eyes? Check. Note to self. Bring a mirror next time to be able to adjust the optimal level of eye craziness. Everything is ready for the experiment.
but so they bring out Bad Bunny,
An audience.
which
Problematic, but not critical. You there, girl. Stay out of this. It is counterproductive to stand in the way of scientific progress.
is fascinating. I've never heard of Bad Bunny, but he's apparently in the movie, so pretty cool.
Who's that? I don't know her.
Greetings, boys and girls. I am your sister in sin, a devotee of Lord Baphomet's dark will, and so on and so forth.
She looks like one of us, but she talks kinda weird. Who's there with you?
Who? Oh, them. Just an audience. They don't matter. Consider them a supplementary component of the coming experiment. In the name of our Lord Baphomet, please be so kind as to undertake a little test of your competency in our wicked cause. Let's start with something simple. So here's my first question. What is Lord Baphomet's favorite weapon?
We will not answer to you.
Our Lord can wield any kind of weapon. He is all-powerful.
Wrong. He wields no weapons at all. He doesn't need any. He just gores his enemies with his horns.
That is correct. But still, girl, no prompting, please. This experiment has taken quite a surprising turn. I would never have expected the followers of the great Baphomet to be baffled by such a simple question. Fine. Let's recalibrate the difficulty and proceed with the next question. Please name Lord Baphomet's sacred animal.
A bull! Of course, everybody knows that.
Yep, and a cow.
I failed the check.
None of your answers were correct. The correct answer is an aurochs.
That was completely unacceptable.
It appears the experiment has yielded results which are as unexpected as they are incredible. Baphomet's cultists have not the slightest idea about who Baphomet really is, let alone any in-depth knowledge of his ideology or philosophy. I'm positive that this news will cause a sensation in widest scientific circles.
Damn it! She's right. I'm a shitty excuse for a cultist. And my mother used to tell me to become a plowman.
Hey, take it easy. We've only had 2 questions. You there, come on, ask another one. We'll get the next one.
Is there any sense in continuing? You cannot answer the simplest of questions. I am ashamed of all of you, as cultists and as individuals.
Please, ask again. I can answer. I'm sure I can.
How do you spell Baphomet's name?
B-A-F-A... Oh, screw it. To hell with Baphomet. I thought it was gonna be fun, but instead there are all these questions. I'm done here. I'm going back to my home village, back to my mother.
Hey, wait! You there! How dare you stir up discord in our ranks? Grab her and tie her up, and her entire entourage too!
The experiment is complete. Unable to deal with the questions, the cultists decide to deal with the examiner instead. A typical reaction for a person who has never been burdened with any intelligence. Now you're gonna start hitting each other, aren't you? Please, proceed. I won't interrupt. The result is statistically predictable, especially considering their intelligence level. What about you, girl? Are you ready to answer some questions for the good of science? Let's proceed with the experiment. My first question is simple. Which colors does the goddess Iomade prefer? This answer is correct. It is comforting to meet at least one educated person in the melting pot of ignorance that is Canabras today. Let's proceed. Did Aradin take part in any crusade before he died? Your answer is correct. Aradin's death dates to 4606, and that is precisely the year when the World Wound was opened. The First Crusade started back in 4622. Your knowledge would make Mendev's Crusaders proud. My final question is, what is the title that Aurilu Vorlesh bears? Is she the architect of the World Wound, the Lord of the Labyrinth, or the Border Inquisitor of the Shapeless Abyss?
I personally like the Border Inquisitor.
That's correct! Most excellent! You successfully answered all of my questions. Splendid. Amazing. This is a breakthrough. I thank you for your cooperation. It seems to me that I owe you an explanation. My name is Nenio. I am an explorer, a pilgrim, a yet-to-be-recognized scientific luminary, future author of the great Encyclopedia Galarianica, and rector of all Absalom's universities at once. Future rector, I should say. I also know several spells. It is so heartening to see you strive for knowledge. I have been conducting an experiment comparing the intellectual abilities of the average cultist with those of the average crusader. And I must admit that you passed the test with flying colors. This does offer a glimmer of hope for the future of Crusade. I have always claimed that despite the popular beliefs about the limited intellectual abilities of those in the army, at least some of them can be considered educated. It pleases me to see that I was correct. Yes. I apologize for an injury to your ego, but your name is irrelevant on the grand scale of the universe. Thus, it cannot possibly interest me. I will forget it as soon as I hear it. To avoid unnecessary confusion, I'd prefer to not know it at all. Do you wish to become my follower? To accompany me on my expeditions to the World Wound? To assist me in my experiments? To run errands for me? Perhaps even to write down my deepest thoughts for the benefit of future generations? Oh, how splendid! Of course, I agree. Truth be told, I have no money to pay you. But you will be aiding the progress of science, and that is its own reward. Excellent, you're hired. To think that I finally found someone to accompany me. 27 Crusaders before you said no. Not one of them saw the undeniable appeal of my offer. Your first assignment is to take me to a safe place. I have to admit that today's experiment has left me quite tired.
Now you good. Did I take it or did I just continue? Oh wait, no, I found it. I got it. Okay. Inventory. Which one is my inventory? Inventory. Click faster, please. What did I just get? You got a wicked longbow. You got a new longbow. Yeah, plus one health though. It's not helpful. It's because you're not a light weapon. Oh, that one's only. Yeah, you know what? Although most of the things that I'm. Wait, 2 to 13. I believe. We could have blade. Why are you guys holding your weapons so freaking weird? Oh. I need Finian. I want to tell you, you can go be. Yeah. Boy. You don't do that much damage. Goodbye. I'm ready for that. How about Mithril shield? Mithril.
inherit
Save
her.
the last one for
Guide
me.
my blade.
Keep things all over the game. No way. Better yet, do you care that you're in the way?
No glory
heartbeat
without
quickens.
risk.
Did you see that?
Success.
I'm the best.
I've never had that before. Because I've never been a bard before. Let's go find my new friend.
Greetings, valiant stranger who has just burst into my life. I am the master of this house, Count Daron Kale, myriad mellifluous monikers Aronde. No need to introduce yourself. I find remembering insignificant details, such as the name of passing acquaintances, such a bore.
Such a bore.
Wow. Bona fide blue bloods and unparalleled aristocracy. All this makes me itch to do something really crass. Ooh, like blow my nose on the curtains.
What are you waiting for, my squamous squire? The curtains in this room are velvet, but we have some excellent silk ones with gold thread elsewhere in the house. Take your pick. My soft furnishings are yours to do with as you wish. I'm quite sick of the place, truly. I shall either sell it, or burn it to the ground and build a new mansion in its place. Now that we've finished with the niceties, tell me this. How did all those thrice-damned demons end up at my soiree? Oh, come, the party was deathly dull, rather like one of the prelate's interminable sermons. I really ought to be grateful to the demons for their intrusion. They certainly added a frisson to the proceedings. It seems as though Discari's occasion was altogether more of a crush than mine, if you will pardon the pun. As a child, I had my very own pony, but I always dreamed of having a lamb. I was never allowed one. Sheep were seen as peasant animals, utterly unsuitable for the scion of a noble line. The trauma haunts me to this day. I think of it every time I have roast lamb for dinner.
I'm sorry that happened to you. Such a sad story.
I had not even the slightest intention of upsetting such a lovely child.
I'm not lovely. Some people have even called me a scarecrow before.
That's patently absurd. Why, you can't possibly be a scarecrow with a crow following you around. I'm sorry if I failed to sate your curiosity. I loathe talking about myself to people I don't know, even more to those I do know. The only thing worth knowing, aside from the fact that I am highborn and filthy rich, is that I dislike Puritans and demons in equal measure. Well, perhaps demons a tad more. I have no friends here whose untimely demise I would care to mourn. The only alarming thing is how easily all this happened. I don't care for the thought that demons could come calling at my door at any moment. And just think, everyone had so much faith in the wardstones gifted by Iomede's herald, and in the might of our tamed dragon, as if there had been no Dresden or a dozen other routes where the demons overcame every defense.
The Orendes are one of the most ancient and noble families in Mendiv. They are related by blood to Queen Galfrey herself. The Count is the last remaining member of his dynasty. The rest all perished around 10 years ago. In the tragedy at the family seat, Heaven's Edge, the demons got past the defenses and massacred everyone inside.
I thank you for providing your friend with that helpful summary, my lady. I believe I've seen you before, with that hilarious buffoon Horgus Gwyrm. I sincerely hope you are not engaged in any kind of sordid arrangement with him.
Your civility knows no bounds, Count. I most assuredly do not have any arrangement with Master Gwyrm.
I thank you for the invitation, but I am not quite as desperate as I may seem. At times, it is better to be surrounded by the repugnant mugs of demons than the sour and dour physiognomies of Iomede's righteous paladins.
What about my physiognomy? Sour enough for his lordship? Don't worry, another few minutes with the dazzling Count here, and it'll sour like week-old milk.
What's this? An attractive paladin with a sense of humor? You're a veritable walking scandal. Either way, my mansion is now safe. I have a pair of half-decent guards. I just need to drag them out of the storeroom and bring them to their senses. I ordered them to drink a love potion, you see? For reasons which seemed extremely witty at the time and in the state of inebriation I then found myself in. They can guard the house while the valorous paladins beat back the demon assault. They will beat them back, yes? As regards myself, I feel like stretching my legs. I know rudimentary divine spells, I am no friend to demons, and I elevate any society that I deign to grace with my presence. I shall accompany you, only for a short time, of course. I have no desire to remain at the vanguard for a protracted period. What say you, my ephemeral but highly diverting acquaintance? After all, Lord Descari spoiled my party. I now burn with the desire to spoil his.
I don't like this guy much at all. Not even because of his personality, but just... I sense something dark about him.
I guess thumping him one next time he comes out with more aristocratic witterings is not allowed? All the more reason to take him with us. If we don't kill him, the demons surely will.
He has all these friends at his party, and he still looks so lonely. We can take him with us. Maybe it will make him feel better?
Don't ask me. Having him tag along would be like going for a nighttime stroll through the back alleys with a diamond tiara on your head. Even I don't like that kind of attention.
The Count's presence can only benefit us. I think we should say yes.
What? You're asking about whether to take this boy with you? The question lies outside the bounds of my interest.
Oh, right. So one of the mods is that it doesn't matter who's in the party, you get all of the reactions.
By the way, did you know that the young scions of noble families often sponsor the research of young scientists? What laudable passion for knowledge. True, the size of their donations bears a direct correlation to the hazardousness of the experiment being conducted.
He doesn't look like a whiner, and he can hold his own, so he won't be dead weight.
Capital. Good acquaintances that begin and end at just the right moment often leave the most pleasant memories. Wouldn't you say?
You desperately need a better weapon. Respirators armor. Ooh, fancy. Fancy, fancy. Oh, and that. Nah, I think you're okay. You're not a bard, so you don't get the bard thing. Thought that I had more quivers. Do I not have any more quivers? I do. Clink, yoink, clink, clink, yoink, clink, clink, clink. Oh, because you're not using a longbow. You're using a crossbow. It makes sense. Bill, you guys feel your perception check over here? At least you're
What's that glitter?
Hey.
I am helpful, am I not? Ah, not this time.
I need a lockpick.
I hope you appreciate this.
I might as well make myself a lockpick. Yeah.
Pretty good, aren't I?
That's fine. Alright, let's go here. Then we're gonna go here. Or do I make another Zen Archer? Make another Zen Archer. And do stealth and half elf? I can make him a kitsune. I'm kidding. They're gonna be a half elf. No, you can be basic. That's so mean. Trickery? Because trickery is what I need to. Yep. Okay. You can be a pickpocket. Yeah. Is that what I want to do? I don't need charisma. I really just need dexterity. Right? Yeah. Use that. Oh, no, not mobility. Sorry. So, trickery, stealth, and perception. Loud noises are loud. Who are you gonna follow? I can't be Caden Clan? Oh, it's because you have two lawful good. Lawful neutral, maybe? Oh, I'm straight neutral, that's why. There still. Sure, you can be a thing of air still. This stupid face. I like soulless. Kidding. You have long hair. Woo! Yellow hair? Blonde hair. Yeah. I'll go back to blue. Blue. And white.
A mere flesh wound.
Combat is adjourned.
Are you still here?
Damn it all.
Time's not waiting.
My wounds pile on.
I feel faint. Forwards! I shall not falter. So many thoughts, so little time.
We're going madman. Alright. His name is Landon, because they're always Landon.
Get it off me!
Oh, I love it. Right. Oh. Gonna have to. Landino. You don't get any of those. You are also not a bird. You can have that though. And that. You don't have anything else? Why do I feel like you should have something else? Oh, you can have the ring of the tiefling though. Tiefling. So sorry. Tiefling ring. Which means that you can have your pod ring. Yeet. Oh, and you can have Lockpicker's thing. Care about anything else? I don't think so. Who am I talking to in here? Menu. I can't believe he doesn't like onion rings. It makes me so sad. Oh. Alright, I'm pretty done with that. I should make sure I didn't drop in like radiance in here. Man, I like you. We can maybe use elvish. Elven curved blade. I can't talk. Hey. Ugh. Waste of time. I see a little flirtation thing like I got one. Not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Psst, look, Chief, I got something to show you. Ta-da! A real beaut, isn't it? Oh, that cuts me deep, Chief. You and I saw who the traitor was. It's just that when we robbed the shop, I went in first and took what I wanted. Nothing wrong with that. Although, of course, I did think about hiding the moon and just taking myself off somewhere warm when all this blows over, but only because I want to see the world. Is it a crime to want to travel, huh? Is that what counts for treachery these days? Since that night, Chief, Melround didn't even set eyes on it. While he was dealing with the golem, I sneaked past them, and that was that. Do you really not remember it? Oh, I thought you would appreciate it. It's from the old man Fileman, the owner of the Ancient Trees and Wonders shop. It's the pride of his collection. The Moon of the Abyss, an amulet with a rare crystal crafted by an unknown maker. When I think of how much this thing is worth, it makes my head spin. Thieves have their ways. Why, she asks. It's expensive, pretty. And you know, it's my amulet, actually. Not meaning I stole it, but I mean, this is my inheritance. My grandma and I were poor. All we had was a jewelry box with the moon in it. She used to store it under the floor in the basement, and she'd take it out sometimes just to look at it. She was always nicer when she had a few drinks in her, so I could ask her things then. One time I asked where she got it from, and she said it was from a demon. You know, the demon who was my grandfather. He said the moon was to be passed down. My ma was good for nothing and nobody, so that's why Grandma decided to keep the amulet for me. She used to say it would be mine when I grew up. But she couldn't wait until I grew up. She squandered my inheritance when she became a drunk. Took it to Fileman's shop and pawned it. He gave her some coppers for it, and she didn't even haggle. Just grabbed them and ran back to the tavern before last orders. I've been going to Fileman's to look at the moon ever since I was a kid. He chased me away, but I just kept going back, so eventually he gave up. He didn't skimp on security. The place was like a fortress, so he wasn't worried about a street rat like me pinching anything. Even when I got more skilled, I couldn't get any closer to it. One day, I had no one to go with. Another day, there were only oafs who'd never stolen anything more than a church donation box. But when Charisme had planned everything out, I realized I had a chance to get the moon and move away from here. Maybe to Garen. I hear it's warmer there. I've stayed with the family for too long. Allies, friends, it's all a load of crap. Life brings us together, forces us to make plans, do whatever it is we do, but it's a safe bet that this ain't forever. I might be a traitor, but the others, are they any better than me? Melround had a good reputation in the family. He was trusted, and you see what happened. If you abide by the law, anyone can rob you. So you need to break the law first when no one expects it, and run before you go soft and get too attached. Whatever you think, I owe you. I'm not just a thief. I have my own business selling things. Thanks to you, I'm still in the family. And we have the black market sewn up in this city. It's a good way to sell valuables. So, if you need anything, a scroll or something, just say the word. I have a little portal to our people in Nerosian. You put a note there, and you get what you need. I can't get you anything big, but what they do have is all high quality. Nothing's too good for you, Chief. What's mine is yours. For a price, of course.
Wonder if I can romance Wolvis with a tiefling.
Careful now.
Yep. I've been thinking it here. Patience for this shit. Ugh. That looks like an angel.
The mongrel did it.
Off with your head!
Yeah, actually, you need to do that. You're my healer. You.
That's easy.
The spirits demand your blood!
Against our resolve.
Gotta save. Cause if I don't, I'm gonna die. Her? No, let's keep rocking forward. It didn't look. Grace. Your dexterity up. Scorching. Hello, my lovely oracle. I've missed you so much. You have just the worst. You don't need to use. You don't
can't hide from me.
Precisely.
Let's have some fun.
I see blood. Blood! Endure this! Burn! Slice! Make every strike count! Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
Always watch your back.
Crusading isn't that boring after all.
My friend, she's like, she apparently was going to the gym tonight and her app told her that the gym was basically empty. Apparently it's not basically empty. Which I personally think is super fucking funny. And, yoink. she was like, if I can't trust the app, who can I trust? Literally, like technology, yo. Technology is the word.
Success.
You don't trust the computer. You don't trust the people. No, don't kill them.
Is this a blood fight?
Success.
I feel like I should be like doing something for
Did you like that? Get it?
I'm the best.
Let me draw the first blood.
Shh.
What do we have here?
I did it! Let's shred them!
You are today's sacrifice!
inheritor. Guide my blade.
Fucking rude, yo. This is a problem, yo. This is an actual issue.
This is my chance to run.
I need to stop.
I need a moment to recover. This is my chance to run! A terrible mistake.
Hey y'all. For reals. I need a better way of feeling better. This is restoration. Didn't think about the fact that I don't have a thing. The haste. Seriously, Xpelia, what good are you? You're not. You are useless. What do you do? You know what? Let's do the super terrible cup thing.
This'll leave a bruise.
A terrible mistake.
The light. Take
A terrible mistake.
You sound bursted myself. Not super helpful. You dumb creature. I'm bigger than that.
I'll just sit here.
Don't a terrible mistake.
Pain is excruciating. So this is how it feels.
Hesitation is a waste of time.
Yes.
Ugh, the waiting's never fun.
You don't channel yet.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
I hear the voice of the spirits.
I welcome your company.
Magritium Turinos. Magritium Turinos.
Should really just rest. Not going to. Ooh, don't wanna load. I want to save. I want to save. I want to save.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
Careful now. I do things my way.
Hey, there was stuff down here somewhere.
That's easy. Precisely.
Me and then probably spent like 3 hours. Whatever. Time is wibbly wobbly.